Hey you guys, it's Natasha. Welcome to my channel. I want to speak to you guys today about revengeance and your enemies. Sometimes it feels as though, your enemies is just waiting for you to fall off that cliff, waiting for you to just give up. They're waiting and they're snaring and talking behind your backs. They're just waiting for your downfall. And in my studying, I looked at the book of Romans, chapter 12, verse 19, and it says, "Do not take revenge, my dear friends, but leave room for God's wrath." It's written, "It is mine to avenge, I will repay, says the Lord." He says, "If your enemy is hungry, feed him. If he is thirsty, give him something to drink." He says, "In doing so, you will heap burning coals on his head. Do not be overcome by evil, but overcome evil with good." And verse 21 really stuck out to me because sometimes, you have your enemies that attack you. You have people that attack you constantly, right? They know what they're doing. They've tried to find ways or try to trip you up in what you say, and they just want to see your downfall. But God says that He will revenge those that are coming against you. Essentially, those people coming against you are coming against God. And God says He will repay. There are many verses in the Bible that says about the revenges of God. So I don't want you to worry about your enemies on today, what your enemies may do, what your enemies may say. And in my doing so, I started thinking, and God put on my spirit about a TV show I used to watch when I was younger called Between the Lions. And in Between the Lions, there was like this scene where it's called Cliffhanger. And it was this hiker man that was hanging off the cliff for dear life. You can see him on the cliff. And the episode that I saw one day was the hiker was on the cliff hanging for dear life, and how these people, they came up in a jet, and they were flying with the jet, but they could have helped him, but instead they mocked him. They were pointing fingers like, yeah. They were laughing like, yeah, you were up here. And then they just left, and they never came back. So now we have the hiker on this cliff looking for help, but the help's there, but the help is mocking him. The help is wanting for him to fall. And that's how your enemies are. I have had people in my life that were waiting for my downfall, waiting for me to trip up, waiting for me just to make a mistake. And no, I'm not perfect. Nobody's perfect. But sometimes God sends your enemies to show you, this is the example. This is what I want you to elevate. I want you to go higher than what your enemies are saying. So don't get discouraged. God will revenge those that are coming against you. People of God, stay strong, stay positive, stay uplifted, and don't give up. Don't allow your enemies to get you in a place where you're just like, what do I do? Put your focus on God. I had to learn to put my focus on God. I can't put my focus on, my so-called friends or so-called family, because a lot of times your so-called family and your so-called friends are the main ones that are fighting against you. So put your faith in God. Put your trust fully in God, and He will revenge those that come against you. I love you guys. Be blessed. Bye.